Good evening, good afternoon. Today is the 21st, 2025 of January. It's the 21st, January 2025. It's been 2 years since Thulani Maseko was assassinated in front of his wife and children. So Tinasi ESwatini movement, we want to we have a statement in regards to that. Some of it we've taken, fished out from different organizations like the Southern Defenders. So Thulani was assassinated. Thulani was a lawyer, human rights lawyer in Swaziland, and he was actually killed on the 21st. So I'm just going to read what we have to say. Like I said, some of the stuff has been taken from different organizations. The Free Swaziland Movement team stands in solidarity with the Maseko family and Khumalo family. The reason why I put Khumalo, I remember there was a young man who was actually killed as well, I would say assassinated, not a few days before Thulani Maseko was killed. His name is MLANDVO Khumalo. So I just want to remember MLANDVO Khumalo as well. And that's why I'm actually including him. I know it's Thulani's day, but I want to include this young soldier who fought for the Swazi people, MLANDVO Khumalo. We have not forgotten you, MLANDVO Khumalo. So in regards, I'm going to continue. And so it's just standing with those, especially with the Swazi people who are fighting for it, who are still fighting for democracy in Swaziland and around the globe. Today we remember the legacy of Thulani Maseko. Plus, I have spoken about, sometimes we shouldn't leave out, although I've never met MLANDVO, but I saw something written about him. So today marks exactly 2 years since Thulani Maseko's brutal assassination. A heinous act that saw him shot at point blank range in his home in front of his wife, Danielle Maseko, and their children in Swaziland. This act was not just an attack on Thulani Maseko as an individual, but a deliberate attack on the broader struggle for justice, freedom, and the rule of law in ESwatini and beyond. We've seen in Mozambique, we know about Zimbabwe as well. So Thulani Maseko was Thulani dedicated his life in holding the Swazi government accountable for its efforts in undermining the human rights of the Swazi people. Thulani fought so hard against the oppression of King Mswati III and his authority and the absolute rule approach in Swaziland. His fearless advocacy and outspoken demands for democratic reforms were met with persecution. Thulani went to prison for 2 years in 2014 for his critical opinion articles that opposed the system of oppression in Swaziland. Despite this oppression, Thulani remained undeterred. He tirelessly defended the fellow human rights of Swazis. For example, I have quoted MLANDVO Khumalo. Thulani fought hard for everyone who had no voice. He amplified the voices of the marginalized and the oppressed people of Swaziland. His unwavering commitment to justice and human dignity resonated far beyond Swaziland, inspiring movements across the region and the continent. He stood as a beacon of hope, demonstrating that the quest for freedom is both a duty and it is necessary, no matter the cost. These are the words of Professor Adrino Nuvunga. This is what he said. He says, Thulani taught us that the price of freedom is never too high and the pursuit of justice is never in vain. Those were the words from the chairperson of the Southern Defenders. His legacy compels us to remain vigilant, resilient, and united in the fight against oppression. We must continue. We must continue as Swazi to demand accountability, dignity, and justice for all Swazis. We cannot stop. Thulani's death was not the end. Thulani still lives on, and a lot of people. We've seen Comrade Bheka Magagula was also assassinated in South Africa. We're expecting the South African authorities to investigate the murder of one of the comrades, Comrade Bheka Magagula as well. So a lot of people have lost their lives. So it's important that we remember these people. So while the physical has been taken away, while those people are not with us, are not on this planet, especially Thulani Maseko, his spirit, like I said, the spirit of Thulani Maseko, the spirit of those who died, there's a lot of people who died. Their spirit continues. Their spirit continues to live on in all who fight for justice. His courage, Thulani's courage, and those MLANDVO, Khumalo, fuels unwavering resolve of those who remain steadfast in the struggle for democracy and human rights. On this solemn anniversary, Free Swazi Movement renews its call for an independent and transparent investigation. I'm talking to you, King Mswati III. I'm talking to you, Prime Minister Russell. I'm talking